Welcome to One-on-Ones Podcast, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm your host, Lewis Murphy Jr., here with my co-host, Roy James. Man, hey, Roy, man, here we is. Hey, happy holidays, man.
Hey, happy holidays, man. We had a great Thanksgiving week last week. A lot of great football, Murph. And, man, ready to get back to it, Murph. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Hey, a lot going on in the NFL world right now, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot going on. This is when the real football is played. This is when we get going.
You always say this when the season really starts?
This one is November, December, man. November, December. That's a totally different ball, man. That's a totally different ball game. All right, so what's our first topic for today, Roy?
So, man, it's a lot of teams. Well, actually, it's a lot of teams fighting to get in, but it's two teams in particular. One specifically, the Kansas City Chiefs. They clinched a playoff berth this past Black Friday. And they were the first team to clinch a playoff spot, Murph, this season. I got a question for you. Are they the clear favorites for the Super Bowl, or do other teams pose a threat to their three-peat?
I believe obviously they're the clear favorites. You know, Kansas City. You know.
Oh, hold on, Murph. You said did
hold on. What you mean?
Oh, so the Ravens not the clear favorites?
That's my pick.
Oh, but the Chiefs the clear favorite. I want y'all to really understand what he's saying, because he said his favorite was the Ravens, but you saying the Chiefs?
You said who's the clear favorite?
Oh, they're the clear favorite.
They're the clear favorite
in your eyes.
But my pick is still the Ravens. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. All right. So let me land before you interrupt me.
Go ahead. My bad.
I'm back in the studio. Roy always doing this to me. But like I said, man, Kansas City Chiefs, they've established their dominance. 11 and 1. 11-1. Only losing one ball game. They're only getting stronger. I feel like Steve Spagnuolo, that defense is playing really well. I mean, it's complimentary. Kansas City Chiefs always play complimentary football. That's what they do. And then Patrick Mahomes in the 4-minute offense, closing out games, not giving the ball back to the other team, whether it's getting the first down or just running the clock out, or a 2-minute drive. He's doing it all. You know, he's doing it all. So do I like the Kansas City Chiefs to come out of the AFC? My answer would be no. I still like the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Even though they lost yesterday to the
who? To who?
To your Fly Eagles Fly.
Oh, okay.
To your Fly Eagles Fly.
Yep.
I still like the Baltimore Ravens, man. The defense definitely has to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the run game, I think Saquon had 148 yards rushing, I think 2 touchdowns. Defense has to get better, but I still think Lamar and the Ravens edge out the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
In the AFC Championship, okay. Murph, I have to disagree with you. I think
so. The Kansas City is not the clear favorites.
No, because you got, if we're talking about the entire NFL or just the AFC.
I'm saying the whole NFL.
So you got the Eagles, Fly Eagles Fly, with Saquon Barkley, arguably the MVP right now. Then you got Detroit Lions. You got Detroit Lions. You got Detroit Lions.
Unpack this one.
So, I mean, yes, KC is good, but they got some holes they need to fill. I'm trying to tell you. Not big holes, small holes. It's when you talk about Super Bowl champion. Mm-hmm. So to say the Chiefs are the clear favorites, I disagree with that, Murph. They are not the clear favorites, and time will tell, right? They was the first team to clinch, right? I think their schedule has been probably one of the softest schedules, to be honest with you. You might have had 1 or 2 tough games, but it's been pretty soft, in my opinion. When you look at, you play the Raiders twice. Who else you played? They played the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they've been playing better too, but just a lot of very winnable games that I don't think they've been tested very much. Besides the Ravens in Week 1, so I think the verdict is still out on the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat. So that's where I'm at with it, Murph.
Man, let me address a few things. First of all, their schedule. I mean, they did lose to the Detroit Lions, right? Oh no, was it Detroit Lions?
No, they lost to the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. Sorry, Buffalo Bills. Excuse me. And then let me see. Hold on 1 second.
So you talking about their
I'm just looking at their schedule. Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule this year. They beat the 49ers. Your 49ers, right? They beat
I
your
said without Ayuk, I didn't like him to go all the way without Ayuk. I've been said that. I said I like the Eagles to take it without Ayuk. I did say that.
Hold on, let me unpack this schedule right quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna get on Roy right quick.
Hey, he tried to research his schedule.
I'm just putting up the schedule right quick.
But shoot, I'm trying to tell you, that schedule ain't tough. The Bucs got a tough schedule. It's a lot of teams with tough schedules, but the Chiefs, they don't have a tough schedule, man.
All right, they beat the Ravens first game of the season.
Right.
They beat the Cowboys.
Cowboys is weak, but go ahead.
Hold on. I'm tripping. 1 second. All right. Yep, they beat the Ravens. They beat your Bengals that you're not even bringing up anymore. He's not even mentioning the Bengals. That was his Super Bowl pick to win the Super Bowl. So they obviously not the clear favorite. They out the picture. All right.
That was my Super Bowl pick?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Not the Eagles?
Yes. That
Not
was
the
your Super Bowl
Eagles?
pick. No, that was you and C went Bengals.
To win the Super Bowl?
Yes. And we
not the
could
Eagles?
rewind the film. We could
And
rewind
not
the film.
Eagles?
We
I
could
didn't
rewind
say
the film.
Eagles at all?
They beat a hot early Saints team. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Bucks.
Bro, you talking about all these teams don't got winning records. You naming teams that don't have winning records.
What you mean?
Which one of those teams? Bucks don't have a winning
Ravens
record.
Ravens got a winning record.
Okay, Ravens.
Chargers.
They beat the Chargers? Yeah,
Yep.
they beat the Chargers.
They beat the Chargers.
Got a winning record, yep.
Okay.
Chargers kind of tough, I will say
The
that.
Bucks. The
Bucks,
Broncos.
They beat the Broncos. Yeah, Broncos has a winning record.
Okay then. So
But
so what you saying?
How many games they play? That's
So-
three tough games out of what? 14, 13?
So you like the Eagles over the Chiefs right now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Ooh,
do.
For the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl right now. Full strength Chiefs versus full strength Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
No, I'll take boy. You don't ever bet against Patrick Mahomes.
I'm
boy.
betting against him with the Eagles.
Boy, don't you ever do it, boy. This man here tripping, man.
Let's go.
See what I got to do.
Do y'all
with?
agree? I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe at One on One's podcast. Do you think the Chiefs are the clear favorites right now to win the Super Bowl, to win it all? I'm saying no. Murph saying yes. Who y'all agree with?
They the favorites, dog. You can't bet against Patty Mahomes, boy. Can't bet against him.
So,
You gotta bet it.
You
can't
bet
against
Lamar
him.
Jackson against him?
What is he? A three-time Super Bowl MVP?
You bet Lamar Jackson against him? Because you said that's your favorite. That's your pick.
Hey, Lamar them gotta win it. They gotta do. Hey,
Y'all
Lamar, you
hear
gotta
this man
step up.
now?
Ashton Jackson gotta step up. But you like them Eagles though. You like the Eagles over them.
But-
I'm standing on my pick. That's my thing. You're not standing on your pick. You're not standing on the Cincinnati Bengals.
So, okay,
what
so
happened
I
to
never
all
said
that?
about the Fly Eagles Fly. You gonna say
You like
say
them out
that?
the NFC. You like them out the NFC.
Man,
But you took the
I
Bengals.
said the Fly
But you
Eagles
took the
Fly gonna win
Bengals.
it all. That's what I
You
said.
took the Bengals. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand.
I didn't take the Fly Eagles Fly.
All I'm trying to get you to
I've been
understand
saying
is
Fly Eagles Fly.
you took
I
the
said
Bengals.
Saquon coming to them is gonna put them over top. I've been said that.
And honestly, that game last night, the Ravens really could have beat them.
Why didn't they, Murph?
It's just a bad game. It's a bad game. You know, they played a bad game. Drop balls, yeah. Man, I mean, so many drop passes right in the hand. Lamar throwing downs out there.
It's
you know,
a team game, Murph.
so
the
then
quarterback throw it. Receiver got to catch it.
let's go ahead and jump to the next question then. The next question would be is who is the MVP, NFL MVP front runner?
I already told you that. Saquon Barkley, easy. That's an easy question.
Tell the people why.
Why? Because he has come from a terrible organization with the Giants, come to a good organization with the Philadelphia Eagles, and guess what? He's not only exceeded expectations, but he's in the MVP conversation. Matter of fact, he's leading the MVP conversation
What?
at this point. Why? He's
Leading?
leading the league in rushing. You know why he's leading the league in rushing? Because he has a wonderful and a great offensive line. He has a great team that can throw the ball when needed, but they can literally ride Saquon to a victory like you saw yesterday and the prior weeks before because the receivers been in and out the lineup. You had A.J. Brown miss a few games. Now Devontae Smith misses a few games. And guess what? They're still winning. Why is that? Saquon Barkley. So what I'm trying to tell you is there's never been a running back with all the attributes that you see with Saquon in terms of his speed, athleticism, his shiftiness. He is a total package power.
There's never been a running back like Saquon
that has everything that he has. Well, let me not say never because you got Barry Sanders. Let me not say never. I'll take that back. In recent history,
and he's no Barry.
Huh?
He's no Barry Sanders.
No, he's not Barry yet. So
he's not Barry Sanders.
Let me rewind that.
Okay,
he's not Barry Sanders
Please
yet.
clarify.
I'm saying in the current NFL game, he's the best running back out there currently in the NFL. I will say that. Is that agreed or not agreed?
He's the best back in the game right now. I like Derrick Henry.
Over Saquon Barkley?
I do like Derrick Henry over Saquon.
So you tell me Derrick can do everything Saquon. We forget about the receiving capabilities of Saquon too. So you're telling me that Henry is a better overall back than Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
World, do y'all agree with that? Please chime in. We need y'all feedback. Hey, we gonna do viewers audible as well. If we got comments in the chat.
Yeah.
Is Derrick Henry better than Saquon Barkley?
Put some respect on King Henry's name, man. You keep doing that.
So why he had more rushing yards yesterday, Murph?
He still had a good game. Saquon got 1,499 yards and
how much Saquon got?
Saquon got 1,500.
1,500. How much Derrick Henry got?
1,400.
Okay, he close.
Yeah,
He's not better. What about you want to get on receptions?
I don't know how many catches.
You don't want to get on receptions.
I don't know how many catches Saquon got. I can look it up for you though. Pull a statistician up.
But it's gonna be less than Saquon. I can tell you that.
Let me see.
Hey, Murph gonna look it up, but I can assure you he has less receptions than I'm sorry, Derrick Henry has less receptions than Saquon Barkley. I can assure you that.
Let me see what the overview is. All right, he's tied third with 11 touchdowns. 1,500 yards rushing. He's got the most carries, 246 carries out of everybody.
Okay.
All right. And then receiving, he's got 29 catches with 267 yards.
So that's more or less than Derrick Henry.
Let me see. I mean, he's not like a receiving back, but he still do his thing, though. He got 13 catches, 125 yards. He can still catch the ball.
Not saying he can't, but what I'm saying is when you talk about overall package, overall completeness of a back, that's Saquon Barkley.
I'm going with Derrick Henry. If I'm drafting, I'm drafting Derrick Henry over Saquon. I mean, let the world decide.
Yeah.
But
numbers don't lie, Murph.
Man, the numbers the same, bro.
How?
They the same.
Saquon has better numbers than Derrick Henry.
No, he does. He doesn't have more touchdowns. He
got more rushing yards. He got more receptions. He got more total yards.
Yeah, only by 80 yards.
It doesn't matter, Murph.
Okay. All right.
Hey, but look, that's a great debate. Again, we want to hear from y'all.
Yeah, well, do you want with your Super Bowl? I mean, your MVP pick right now. I totally disagree with the leading candidate for the MVP.
Yeah,
it's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, the people gonna decide. The people gonna decide.
We were talking. We talked about best running back. The people decide who the best running back. I said Derrick Henry's better than Saquon. What I'm saying though, the question was who is the NFL MVP front runner?
And it's Saquon.
And it's not Saquon.
And who is it?
It is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Action Jackson.
Why is it Lamar?
He's leading the league in passing. He's leading the league in touchdown. He's leading the league in passing touchdowns. He got 29 touchdowns, 3 picks, and he has rushing yards, like you talking about rushing yards. He's got almost 700 rushing yards, and he's leading the league in passing. And his completion ratio is higher than anybody's right now. And I could pull that up for you too.
Okay, so Saquon.
Joe Burrow got this past week. He's been leading the last 4 or 5 weeks, but this past week Joe Burrow passed him.
In passing,
so he's
right?
in yards.
In yards. Okay.
So he's second. But he has a 67% completion rate, 29 touchdowns, 3 picks. Nobody has that. Let's name some of the other quarterbacks that's up there. C.J. Stroud. He's got 9 interceptions. Kirk Cousins, 13 interceptions. Baker with 11 interceptions. All right. Burrow with 5 picks. Mahomes with 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Sam Darnold, 23 touchdowns, 10 picks. There's nobody that's doing what Lamar Jackson is doing in the NFL. Not even close. And add on.
You mean as a quarterback? That's what you're saying. As a quarterback,
it's a quarterback league.
It is a quarterback-driven league, but Saquon is trying to change the narrative, and he is changing the narrative because if it's not for Saquon, Eagles are not who they are without Saquon Barkley, nor the Ravens without Lamar, but nor the Eagles without Saquon.
Yes, but Lamar Jackson, he's doing something that we've never seen. You usually see somebody, if someone has 30 touchdown passes, they're gonna have like 10 interceptions. He's got 29 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. And they talk about he's a runner. Lamar is not just a runner; he's a passer.
He is a passer.
He's a passer. He will dart you up. And he's more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes. Let's say your guy over there, Brock Purdy, 8 interceptions, 13 touchdowns. That's a terrible ratio.
So do you know Saquon has basically 1,499? Let's call that 1,500 yards rushing.
I say 1,500.
1,500 yards rushing. Let me give you his last 3 games in rushing yards. 107, 255, or actually this might be total yards.
255. That's total. Oh no, that was that game he rushed.
That was rushing. 146. I'm just saying, Murph. The Eagles are 10-2. They are flying high. Saquon is leading that team to the promised land. Saquon has done. He probably has the highlight of the year when he hurdled the dude backwards.
Man, nobody don't care about no.
I'm just saying.
That was a great play. That was a great play.
Bro, they drug tested Saquon after that game.
That happens all the time.
What? Yeah.
Drug tests are random. They're random.
It just so happened he had a crazy game, crazy highlight, and they do that to them big games, right, Murph?
I mean, it's a drug test. It's a random drug test. I mean, that was a great play. I'm not taking anything from the kid. I'm not taking anything away from him. But Lamar Jackson, man, like for real, man, like be for real.
Those are the 2 top guys, I agree. But if I had to choose today, it's gonna be Saquon. And you got Lamar, that's cool. But I'm telling you that I believe Saquon is the most valuable person on his team and in the league because of what he brings to that team. And again, I'm not taking nothing from Lamar Jackson, but it's Saquon. At the end of the day, it's Saquon Barkley. I need the world. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Who is the MVP right now, in your opinion?
Lamar.
Tap in with us.
Action Jackson.
Okay. So let's go to the next question, Murph.
Yeah, what we got?
We're gonna switch gears to the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. There's been a lot of debate. Matter of fact, coming into the season, he was a starter. They were saying, Jets going to the Super Bowl, all this Super Bowl talk. But as we all see, it has not panned out like that. You got the head coach getting fired. I think did the GM get fired? Somebody else got fired besides the head coach. It might have been the GM. But so then Aaron Rodgers, now there's reports that he's not going to be coming back to the team next year, but he still wants to play. And it's just, in the New York media, there's just a lot of, misinformation or reports or rumors out there. At the end of the day, we got to look at the quarterback play. Aaron Rodgers has not played his best football.
I think it's definitely behind him. They brought in Devontae Adams halfway.
Hold on. So Aaron Rodgers is washed, Murph?
He won't win the Super Bowl.
So you saying Aaron Rodgers is right because he was in your top quarterbacks beginning of the season. Aaron Rodgers in your top quarterback list.
Yeah, I mean because of body of work. If we're talking body of work, yes, he's in the top. But we're talking currently right now, he's at 2,600 passing yards. He's got 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, pretty much 50%. And it's I love Robert Saleh. I think they should have never fired him. I think that
I thought he was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think he was doing really well with the defense as well. But I mean, he's only completing 62% of his passes. I hate to say it because I love veteran players. I love older players. He's a He's one of the greats in our league that our league has ever seen.
Right.
So to say things bad about him is tough. But now I'm in the media
No,
space. I'm in the media
you got to
space.
be real. Call a spade a spade.
I think I think they give him one more year with Devontae Adams.
Okay.
But I don't think he's a good leader. I think he's like, he does,
He kind of throws the blame off of himself. And to
yeah,
other
he doesn't
people.
really take the blame. You want your quarterback, hey, it's my fault.
Exactly.
We'll get better as a team.
Take responsibility.
Exactly.
Right.
And he doesn't do that.
Right.
But, as far as his play has declined. I
Right.
mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
And I feel bad for Jets fans, man.
I'm with you, Murph. I hate to agree with you, but I'm gonna have to agree. Aaron Rodgers is, I think his name and his aura is probably bigger than his play at this point. We all thought that he still has something left in the tank, but it's clear he's been battling injuries. He might have been battling other things, maybe off the field. I'm not sure, but it has not worked out for the Jets this season. I don't think it'll work out with Aaron Rodgers, period. So Aaron Rodgers, he might be looking at a new team for next season because, and it's not only on him though. The defense is not what it was. So it's a lot going on, Murph, with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but it's not a good situation. It's really not. He's taking a lot of sacks. He's not as mobile as he used to be. A lot of Aaron Rodgers' great games came from his ability to escape the pocket and make plays down the field, but he's not able to do that at this point in his career. So, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Murph.
Yep. And they're on a 3-game losing streak. They, Kyler Murray, put it on them 31-6. They had a tough game against Indy, 28-27, coming off the bye. Lose to Seattle, 26-21. It's just looking at his numbers. You never see Aaron Rodgers throw for 185 yards.
Yeah, that's vintage and prime Rodgers. It's 185 times 2.
Yeah, he got a QBR of 28.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh
yesterday.
yeah. See, that's proof right there, Murph. Like he's probably washed at this point. I'm sorry for the Aaron Rodgers fans out there, but Aaron Rodgers is probably washed if you haven't noticed.
We definitely seen the best of him. We've already seen the best of him. I don't think he's gonna get any better. I mean, give him another season. I think he rides off into the sunset. He might, if not after this season. Who knows? We might have seen the last of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. But Murph, so let's shift gears to the next topic.
What we got, Roy?
First show back, man. Just trying to get. Okay, so we have the next question. It's the impact of quarterback injuries, Murph. That's the kind of the next topic we're going to get into. You had Trevor Lawrence go down yesterday from a nasty hit from that linebacker from the Texans, Shire. Did you see the hit, Murph? Did you see
I
that
have
play?
not seen the hit yet.
So it was a play where Trevor Lawrence was scrambling, I guess, for a first down, and he initiated his slide to basically give himself up, and Shire just came through and leveled him forearm to the head. The impact caused his head to hit the ground really, really hard, and he pretty much did a Tua freeze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where obviously he was concussed, and it was a bad scene. He had to get carted off, and it was a bad scene. So of course the Jags players pretty much jumped him because he destroyed the quarterback, and it was a huge brawl. And then the linebacker that did it got ejected, and the fans start throwing stuff at him as he was walking off the field and calling him names, which looking at the play, Murphy, he might have deserved some of that. But he came out with an apology post saying, he never wants to injure people. Folks that really know him knows he has a clean heart and wants players to get back to their families, but he tries to play the game hard. But anyway, so what's your take, Murph, on that whole situation and quarterback injuries and
I think the league has done a good job at, putting in rules and regulations for the quarterback. Nobody wants to see the quarterback go down. It's a quarterback-driven league. I mean, they're the head of the team. Everything runs through the quarterback. It's just, but this is a man's game, man. This is a gladiator sport. So, I mean, hits gonna happen, injuries gonna happen. I seen a dude break his leg, and his sock was white.
Oh,
You know,
my
tibula,
goodness.
fibula bone come out of the sock, and the whole sock turn red. So with that, you just got to understand that, man, this is what you sign up for.
Right.
It's what you sign up for. It's what you get paid the big bucks to do. Unfortunate, seeing guys go down, Tua, Trevor Lawrence. There's been a lot of injuries. I mean, even Aaron Rodgers last year with his Achilles, Deshaun Watson. I mean, a lot of guys go down. It's part of the game.
Part of the game.
It's part of the game, and I don't think the league. What can the league do? I mean, I feel like it's patty cake with the quarterbacks back there, man. And if you talk to some of the older players, they think it's like a real like a flag football league
As it relates to the quarterback.
as it relates to the quarterback. Yes.
Yeah. So, because I think a part of it too, Murph, these teams invest so much in the quarterback. You're talking about $40, $50 million a year. So it's like the owners taking a stance with Roger Goodell saying, look, these guys are the most paid. We need to keep them healthy because so goes, you know what I'm saying? So goes the quarterback, so goes the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Facts.
Their injuries really has a big part of how well your franchise is doing and your team. So I get that part of it too, Murph. But these injuries, man, I would say that hit from specifically Trevor Lawrence, it was kind of a dirty hit, Murph. Like you saw the man giving his body up, and then you just go like
Jump on him.
he's defenseless at that point.
Yeah.
And you just go knock the man out. Like that's uncalled for, Murph. That's really uncalled for. And I think there's no place in the game for dirty hits. And you got to be disciplined for that, because what if that was your quarterback? You wouldn't like that either,
Facts.
And Murph, you tell me, like, you've been in the league, like, how does you seen injuries, right? How does a quarterback injury, because you obviously play with many quarterbacks, how does that relate to wins and losses and how your team is?
Oh, it's everything. Quarterback is the whole team, man. I mean, like you said, as the quarterback goes, as the team goes, man. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have nothing. You trying to figure it out. And you could just go down the list of teams right now. Who's out of playoff contention right now? Like the Raiders, trying to find a quarterback. Who else is out there playing for draft picks?
Pretty much you got the Cleveland Browns.
The Giants, that whole debacle
Giants.
with Daniel Jones and what's going on over there. It's tough. Patriots, Jaguars, Browns. I mean, Jameis has stepped in for
Jameis stepped up
Deshaun
for sure.
But I think that season was already kind of
Right.
already up in smoke.
Right.
So, I think the league they'll take a look at this. I'm sure the linebacker will get a fine, and they'll keep it moving.
Right. So yeah, man, just wanted to touch on that topic.
Yep.
So
You want to get into some playoff talk?
yeah, man. So let's go and get into some playoff talk, Murph. What you thinking, Murph?
Who do you like? I know you like
The Eagles.
the Eagles coming out the NFC.
Right.
Who's your AFC pick? Besides
I
that,
know he was going here, y'all.
now that the Bengals are
How did I know he was going here?
now that your Bengals are out of pretty much out of playoff contention.
You know what, Murph? Since the Bengals, y'all just let me down, man. I mean,
4-8.
They're not mathematically eliminated yet.
Mm-hmm.
They could win out and still have a chance. They're gonna need some help to get in, but realistically, yeah, the defense is just
4-8. Yeah, you're probably not getting there.
I will say, man, a young up and coming team that's turning a lot of heads, man. Those Denver Broncos, Murph.
Denver Broncos.
They man, that boy Bo Nix, he's in that conversation of Rookie of the Year. He's playing some good ball.
way.
I'm not saying they're gonna win the AFC.
No, he's not in the conversation for MVP.
No, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Rookie of the Year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rookie of the Year. Did I say MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to say Rookie of the Year. So yeah, I like the
You got the Bills at 10-2. You got the Texans at 8-5. You got the Steelers at 9-3. You got the Chargers at 8-4. Broncos
Let's be clear. The
7-5.
Chiefs gonna win the AFC. Let's be clear on that.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about
Over the Bills.
Yeah, over the Bills.
Oh, so you going Chiefs?
Yeah, because the Bills, if they gotta go to Kansas City, you're not gonna beat Mahomes twice. I can assure you that. You're not. Mark my words. The Bills will not beat the Chiefs if they play them again in the playoffs.
I'm with you on that.
That's not happening. So anyway, so if we're talking about teams that can make some noise, or you talking about like
That could win the Super Bowl, Roy.
that could win the Super Bowl? No, it's the Chiefs out the AFC. That's what your question was. Who's coming out the AFC?
Yep.
It's the Chiefs.
All right, then go contenders.
Contenders. I think the Bills are contenders. I would have to sit here. I'll say the Bills and the Chargers, because when you got
Not your young boy C.J. Stroud.
No, because Diggs kind of hurt their chances. I think when Diggs went down, I think that kind of, you got Nico Collins.
Steelers. That was my dark horse.
Steelers. Now Russ is playing some good ball.
I told you Steelers was a dark horse. I told you Steelers was going to make some noise.
Russ playing some good ball because Steelers got a solid defense, and Russ kind of gives them that stability at quarterback. He can control the offense, control the game. He can score if you need to score like he did yesterday, or he can just manage the game if needed in a defensive battle. So, yeah, now I'm with you on that, Murph. That's a dark horse pick. The question is, can you beat Mahomes in Kansas City in the playoffs? Mm-hmm. Now they have the defense to do it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a championship level defense. I will say that.
Yep, I agree. But I mean the Browns. Jameis made them look a little bad.
That's a snow game. That's
I got to shout out my boy J Boo. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He playing out his mind too. He playing tonight, actually, Monday Night Football, and he's been slinging that rock, man. Honestly, he's been throwing it better than Deshaun Watson, if the truth be told.
Oh yeah, I think Jameis is better than Deshaun Watson without a doubt.
I think so.
Yep. But like I said, the contenders, I believe in the AFC, are definitely the Steelers.
I forgot about the Ravens, but go ahead. They're a contender for sure.
Yeah, Ravens. I mean, that goes without saying. You already know I got them to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. But
so Lamar ain't gonna lose to him twice this year, huh?
I don't see it. I don't see Lamar losing twice, man. I think he's gonna run more than he did last year in that game. They're 8-5. Lost some really, really close games. They got a tough schedule. Then they have to play 3 games in 10 days. Like, that's crazy. So
you mean coming up, or they just got through it?
Coming up.
Oh wow, 3 games.
Coming up. They got 3 games in 10 days.
But that's not the only team that the Bengals had to do that. A couple other teams had to do that. 3 games in 10 days.
I think they're the only team this year that has to do it.
No, Bengals just did it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Because they play coming up Sunday the 15th, then they play Saturday the 21st, and then they play Christmas Day the 25th.
Oh, they play Christmas Day. Okay.
That's what's making it 3.
Kicker, yeah.
That's why I don't think nobody else has done that.
No, the Bengals done that. I'm telling you, for sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I remember that because I got T. Higgins on my fantasy team, and that's one of the things that this was a few weeks back. But yeah, they played because he sat out actually those 3 games, I believe, that they had in 10 days.
October 20th, October 27th, November 3rd. That would be
10 days.
10 days. Yeah, that's 13 days.
No, it was 3 games in 10 days, just like the Ravens. That's how somehow they had to schedule with the Thursday night games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. But the Ravens got the Giants, the Steelers again. I think they beat them on the 21st. But it's like, I don't think nobody's done this. They play on Saturday the 21st and then play Wednesday the 25th.
That's like Sunday and Thursday instead of Saturday and Wednesday. So it's the same amount of days.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. But then on the Sunday game the week before that. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the Texans and the Browns. So I think the Ravens went out.
Went out?
Yeah, I think they went out. I mean, the Ravens went out.
So they'll lose another game from here on out?
No, they went out. They went out.
All the way through the Super Bowl?
They beat the Giants. I'm saying in the season. They beat the Giants.
Okay.
They beat the Steelers. They beat the Texans. And they beat the Browns at home.
The Steelers gonna be a tough one. They'll probably beat the Texans, but the Steelers gonna be a tough one.
Texas gonna be Christmas Day. It's gonna be a good Christmas Day game, y'all.
Where, is it in Baltimore or is it in Houston?
Christmas Day is in Houston.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
It's a good
Christmas
one.
Day in Houston.
And no snow indoors.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be
a good game.
Yep. So, anything else you want to touch on, Murph? First day back.
Viewers Audible. Zach, we got any comments from the audience?
Everybody laughing and agreeing with you guys.
Got you.
Hey, listen, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We just glad to be back, Murph and I, and we're gonna be back more frequently for you guys.
Yep.
Give you the latest content.
Everybody, prayers out to everybody that was affected by Hurricane Milton and Helene. You know, that drawed us back. You know, the latest, man. So definitely prayers.
Yes.
Out to all the families that been affected by this hurricane season.
Prayers up. And also, we want to wish you guys happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up, man. Hope everybody's having a good holiday season. And don't forget to follow, comment, like, subscribe at One-on-Ones on most social media platforms. Appreciate you.
Y'all have a great week.